I got you. We're just not allowed. I understand what you're saying. We're not allowed to do that for obvious reasons.
I never thought I'd ever have to call you.
Oh no, dude, it's on us. You don't owe us anything.
Are you sure?
Oh no, you watch.
Don't do that to me.
You watch us.
Don't do that to me.
You watch our channel.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, you watch us. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm not sure what we're into here, but police called us for front end damage.
Turn right to stay on Timber Ridge Way.
Listen, Timber Ridge Way is
be on the right.
crazy steep.
Stay to the right. Oh my gosh. Oh, stay to the right, please. We're here for an Infinity with front end damage by owner's request.
I got you. We're just not allowed. I understand what you're saying. We're not allowed to do that for obvious reasons.
I never thought I'd ever have to call you. What's going on? We watch you all every night. Every night.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you. I'm sorry.
okay?
I'm sorry you're having troubles.
Yeah, well,
He didn't even believe that y'all were an actual towing company. He asked if I wanted my own. I told him yeah, and I told him you all.
Well, thank you.
He was
Appreciate
like,
that.
brother.
Hey man, what's happening?
he was like,
Thank you
I've
guys.
never even heard of that. Is it a legit record service?
That was me that called you that one day when you were like 2 hours out.
Whenever you're
about
ready,
down,
we're just handling some administrative
man, I don't know what happened.
administrative stuff.
We appreciate you guys. Yeah.
So you guys can, as long as they don't need to get anything out of it or whatever.
I do need to get a few things out.
That's fine. That's fine. I guess we're just.
Would get here that quick.
Would you? No. That's fine.
I knew that y'all were only just like
Yeah.
Walker Trail, but I didn't know y'all.
Yeah, I'll just pull up out of the way, and
Yeah.
I'll probably actually get turned around.
Yeah, I broke a nail, but you know.
I guess we're just taking it back to our lot for it, and you're waiting on insurance. Is that what you're doing, or?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably. I mean, insurance is going to want to look at it, and they'll determine what they're going to do after that. I'm sure it's. But yeah, I'll.
Are you gonna? Would you take it back to the Redbone or
Gatlinburg lot?
Gatlinburg.
Yeah, that's usually where the insurance adjusters will come and look at stuff. Is from there, and then they'll go. That way, you don't have any out of pocket. It's like you're paying the premiums. You may as well let them take care of your insurance stuff.
So does it have to go to your lot, or can you tow it to my work, which is right beside Walker Trail?
No, you can tow it.
Yeah, I can tow it wherever you want. Yeah. I mean, as long as I can get in there pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
It's right there past Walker Trail on the left, like a half mile if that.
Yeah. No, we can. You got somebody coming for you, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
him. That's
It's
my
him.
boss.
Okay.
Hold that.
Okay. I'm glad she's
Me running
okay.
around all the time.
You're all
I work
over the place.
the plus
Yeah, you're all over the place.
God, you should talking about doing.
Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and get turned. How bad is it? Is it real heavy damage?
On the other side it is. That's where this was already done.
So it probably won't move at all, huh? Oh gosh.
But it has 0 brakes.
Oh no.
That's why her brake pads or something she said
Just,
she came down and also she heard the pop and I was like, yep, what happened?
Gotcha. That's crazy. All right, I'll get it out of here a little.
It's all
All-wheel drive, isn't it? Yeah. That tire's flat as a pancake, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. It'd be nice if I could back it up to there. Would be great.
I probably do.
But I'll get out of the way and we'll figure that out.
Oh my, you did that up there, didn't you?
What's that?
She crashed way up there.
Yeah.
That tire's flat.
Her brakes went out.
Yeah. It's still going, so hey, we love it. That'll be good, man. Perfect. Thank you so much. That'll be way easier to load. All right, guys. Nothing too crazy here. I think it's funny that the sheriff's department says they've never heard of us before and want to know if we're a legit company. I don't know what to think about that. She's in there. Yeah. She took all the.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do we have to get blocked in? Okay.
I've been blowing you up.
It's crazy, man. It's gonna be a busy holiday weekend. I think they're going nuts.
A lot of people in town.
Yeah, man. And in this rain, it's gonna be slick action, I guess.
Fire action.
Yeah, be good stuff.
Dead road.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
We came, this before y'all got here, came up here, and there was a guy, he was an exchange student.
Really?
He was driving a Nissan Altima. You didn't even know what the back end of the car was. But guess where he was? But from the back seat,
Yeah.
him, still like this, and the rig was that way.
No kidding.
He went between two trees that were like that, and it just
Drew a straight line between some trees. We've gotten a few of them.
How did he get?
How'd he make it through there?
He had been going backwards, and it just shoved it, and then broke it.
Just boom. You see some wild stuff?
Yeah, they found him. They was like, we found him. I'm like, where? And
Wow.
they showed the light down there, because I used to be a firefighter. back
Yeah.
in Damage. And I was like, my gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But he died. He was dead. They said that he was dead, but on impact.
Wow.
But in a seatbelt, just like he was driving.
He's ready to roll.
Yeah, I was like,
Man, that's crazy stuff. Yeah, you see some wild, crazy, I don't know, man.
Fly through the spurs.
Flying. So what the heck, dear? Tell me about this officer that said he'd never heard of me before.
Oh, so I asked him, so there was that big cop and there was that skinny cop.
Yeah.
I asked the big cop, I was like, can I call my own record service? And they're like, yeah, you can call your preference.
Yeah.
Well, then when he was new, the bigger cop was.
Yeah.
So the other cop, he came over and he was like, are you going to call your own record or do you want us to? I was like, I'd prefer to call my own record.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, who is it? And we'll just call him. And I was like, it's Everything Auto. And he was like, is that even a legit record company? And I was like, yeah, they're from Sevier County and they're on YouTube. And
yeah, it's like, how does he not know us?
And he was like, well, I've never
I was
even.
going to ask her if I could take some pictures.
Oh, I don't care.
Never even. That's crazy.
I was just going to show her what happened,
Yeah.
That's scary, man. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah,
Goodness.
That's a steep
They
hill.
got a fence.
I don't think I've ever been up that far at Timber Ridge.
I try not to, man.
That fence, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that hill's like this
You would have
behind
went
it.
like that.
Oh, it's insane up there.
And it'll go
It's-
right, you would have flipped right into the back.
And the people that I had just delivered to was like, that's the reason why they delivered, because I took the order over the phone also. She was like,
They didn't want to.
Well, she said, my husband, we're here for 4 days, she said, and we just got here today. She said, my husband said, we're not going back down.
We're not-
If
yeah.
we go back down, we're not coming back up.
He says, I'm blaming you
So
for
that-
the
It's, man,
that's how they ordered so
I
much
tow stuff
food.
off that mountain, and my brakes are just on fire by the time I get to the bottom.
Well, I had pushed my brake. I mean, I was at the very top.
Go to a good cabin.
Like you couldn't go no more.
That's it.
Mark side cabins.
That's awesome.
So
man.
I mean, there was a worse hill up there. So
Yeah.
but the
You
one
probably
that I was
drove
coming
by
down was
I'm
pretty
sure.
steeper and longer than the one
Yeah.
I had just been on.
And a lot of people
As
are
soon as
going
I could, there was a sharp curve, and as soon as I came around that sharp curve,
Yeah.
I could.
Which I don't
See, they were still blocking the road. They were
Yeah.
already blocking the road whenever I had went up to go to the delivery. So whenever I was coming back down, they were
Wow.
still blocking the road.
She's lucky.
And so I pressed the brake and it just went like all the way to the floor. And it was I already had it in low gear. So I pressed the emergency brake and it still kept rolling.
Must have scrubbed off just enough speed to...
and even after, so I hit the fence.
God, man.
That's enough to...
I barely scraped them. They only had like four... like 4 markings on their vehicle. It was more or less that fence that was right there.
You know, like these videos.
But that driveway that it was parked at,
I did that.
It still wouldn't stop. I almost went up to the front balcony or front deck, and I don't know if you saw that driveway. It was kind of a very small hill, but the vehicle still kept on going up a little bit.
Yeah,
like I was probably from here to the...
We were right behind a box truck that was coming out of the national park that lost their brakes, and they were trying to do that same. They were trying to get and rear end the person in front of them, and they were trying to stop, and it still didn't work. So they went over and they were trying to hit the bank coming around, and then the tire climbed it and it flipped and slid down.
They were literally blocking.
They got out, man. They didn't know what they were going to do. The brakes were still glowing red still.
So he
rolled it. Yeah, he rode them down till they didn't have anything, and I guess he was following somebody back down, but that big old box truck just rammed that little car, and they were trying to slow him down. It wouldn't do it.
I already blocked it with another vehicle. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you're okay, and thank you for calling me. Thank you for calling me.
Okay.
Walk your car up, okay?
Yes.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you guys. You too. Oh no, dude, it's on us. You don't owe us anything.
Are you sure?
Oh no, you watch. You watch us.
Don't do that to me.
You watch our channel.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, you watch us. Yeah, we got. Yes,
He kept on saying, I've never heard of that company, or is that a legit company? And I was like, yeah, I even pulled it up on Google, because I had just pulled it up, that way I could call you. And he was like, no, we'll call you.
No, yeah,
I had just pulled it up on Google, and he was like, I've never heard of that, are you sure it's legit? That was even after I showed him on Google.
By you making him call us, that means the world to me. So I probably owe you money. You're welcome. Be safe and good luck.
Yeah, don't forget to walk.
I don't know, guys. I mean, that's really cool though. The support, man. It's let me try to get out of the way here before I start talking.
This poor guy, he's just trying to leave. He's like, I just want to go home. We're supposed to get some weather tonight, so.
But yeah, that right there is YouTube family.
Yes.
YouTube family and support. She's watched our channel since the beginning, and knew enough to say, hey, I want to recommend my own wrecker for the accident, and demanded that they call us. And you know, I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that whole. We've had just nothing but crazy stuff coming from that department, and it's really starting to bother me, because you can't tell me that you're in that line of work here in the county and you've never heard of our towing company. Guys, we've got over 100,000 subscribers. We've been in business for 5+ years. We've got the 2 locations.
We're on rotation with Gatlinburg.
You cannot tell me that you're gonna say, I've never heard of them before. Are you sure that's a real towing company? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's really starting to get to me. But
she knew her rights, and she knew she had the right to request, and she insisted that they call, and that she said, if you don't want to call them, I will call them.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you know, like I said, that's just amazing, guys. You know, the YouTube family out there that supports us. I don't know that we could get anywhere without our YouTube support and family. It's just an amazing thing that you guys stick with us, and you know, but she's local. She's a local lady, and she's running food and really hard on her car. These mountain roads are no joke, so she's probably burned up some brakes, or a brake line gave way, it sounded like. And luckily she's okay. That could have been totally insane.
It could have been horrific. I'm so glad she's okay.
That was a crazy steep road, and she just ramped a whole bunch of stuff and ended up at that driveway somehow, magically, out of all of that steep grade and trees. She clipped a couple of trees and this and that. So, you know, hats off to her for holding her ground and allowing us to help out. Very appreciative that we've got our support there, and you know, hopefully we'll get better in the future. That's our goal, is to get better in the future, grow, and find a spot in our little corner of the world here and make it ours, and just help out, whether it's locals or you know, our YouTube family or just our vacationers, whoever it is. We really enjoy helping out. And if you guys are in town, remember this. If you would like our company to help you, if you ever need help, whether it be a tow or a whatever, jump start, lockout, flat tire, whatever you think you might need, you have the right to request your tow truck. And you know, give us a call or tell the officer that you'd like us to help out. And as long as we can help out in a timely manner, guys. If you know, if I'm over 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away, it's not going to work. It's just not, because we've got to keep response times fast, especially if you're in the roadway. But if you've made it off the roadway, you're in a private parking lot, you're on private property, or you know, as long as you're not blocking, impeding traffic, and you're off the road and you want Everything Auto to help you, you have that right to say, hey, send Everything Auto's tow truck, and we'll be happy to come and help. But we'll try our best. We'll try everything that we can. So anyway, I'm going to quit ranting, because that seems like that's all I get done doing, is ranting about police rotation calls and how I'm not. So anyway, stick around, stay tuned. All right, guys, we didn't get much of the footage last night with this little Mazda, I think it is, but I thought I'd show you. Is it Infinity? Yeah. But I thought I'd show you guys some of the crazy damage. You know, it wouldn't have done us much good last night to try to show you guys just the severity of the crash. But today during the daylight, now that's a different story. But here is this little car, and we dropped it off over here. I'm not sure what she's going to do with it. It doesn't look horrible. I'm sure it's fixable. But it was, listen, she's the luckiest lady. I think she said that was mostly done already on that side. But anyway, that's what that looks like. And I'm gonna take you guys for a ride up this hill. This is probably one of the more intense roads to get up to some of these cabins that you'll find. Usually I'm coming up and doing these roads, and this is one of the ones that your brakes you will smell your brakes when you're coming down, or after you get to the bottom of this. That's just how steep it is. And we get a lot of folks that say, gosh, there's something wrong with my brakes, or I need to have them looked at, and they just get really super hot coming down. So with me towing stuff down this hill, or even going up, sometimes I have to lock my truck into first gear just to go up. It's intense. But anyway, give me just a second and we'll be up that road where the accident occurred in just a second. Okay, just a few seconds down the road there, Timber Ridge. Let's see here. Come through the gates, and it just goes from flat to instant crazy in 2 seconds. And as always, the camera will not do it justice, but maybe once we get up here to the top where she lost her brakes and all that stuff, maybe we can get some perspective of just how crazy steep it is. See the crazy road off in the distance there.
There's just not enough room.
It winds to the top of that mountain pretty much straight up and down. she had said too on camera last night, that's why she was up here delivering the food, because the folks that are staying up here said, I'm only going to do this once. Once I go back down to the bottom of this, I'm leaving. So they got a little hungry and needed some food. That's why she was trying to prevent them from this crazy stuff again last night.
So they were terrified.
Yes, yeah, she had said they were absolutely no, we're not going back down that a second time, or coming back up that a second time. And it does a crazy little switch back over here. I guess a few years back I'd done a recovery with the little white wrecker that we used to have. Somebody went to turn this corner and went a little too sharp and was hanging off. There's no way.
Let me look out the window over here and see how much room we've got. You have none. Yep. Oh gosh.
Wow. One more reason to never come up here. Like there's just not, and it's just sheer drop off on my side.
Oh no, on my side. Yeah. Over here.
And that was a tiny little car.
Yeah, this is like what, 1.5 lanes maybe.
Yeah, maybe. If you're lucky. Okay, we're coming up on the switch back here where, like I said, I'd done a recovery. They just cut the corner a little too sharp. Couldn't really see.
We've actually done 2 here.
We may have, yeah. This one right here. It is intense.
This corner right here.
They cut it too sharp and they were hanging off the edge of the silly thing. There's a bunch of scrape marks there. But we continue to go up. Now right up around this corner is where it all kind of ended, I guess. She was very lucky. Let's see if I can get up here and just get parked. If I can see over the end of my hood, we'll be okay. This is exactly where she stopped.
So actually she said that her car didn't stop until she got almost all the way up to those stairs right there on that cabin. And
So
she said she backed the rest of it.
that's crazy because she came off of that up there and lost her brakes and didn't end up stopping until she climbed this driveway and was almost to those stairs. So if you've seen our video last night, this is where we loaded her up. We actually got the car backed from here back up into this little driveway, and that's where we loaded. But she was coming down, and guys, look how steep this is. This is where we came up. So there was not much option for her. If she lost her brakes up at the top, even if she made this corner, which I doubt she would have, she's either going to end up in those trees off that ravine. So she did very well on pointing that driveway there and hoping that she could scrub off. And she tried to knock off some speed. But yeah, like Kristen was saying, she said there was an SUV that was in the roadway that she had sideswiped. And this is still one of those, maybe a lane and a half at best. But she got most of that right there. I think there was, I'm not sure what was planted right there, but it's gone. But how terrifying, guys. I'm gonna be super winded, but I'm gonna try to come up around this corner just a little bit, show you guys how steep it is. But yeah, could you imagine rounding that corner up there? And I'm sure it goes way high, but rounding that corner right there to get to over here and find out that your brakes they do not work. She said she pushed them, they went to the floor, and that was all she could do. Was, I'm guessing the SUV was probably parked in this little pull off right here. But she was trying to slow down. That's not much of a ramp up, but she did. Down there just beyond where the tow truck's at, she somehow made that driveway. I want to walk over here and get you guys a little bit of a view since I did walk over here, or walk up here. May as well get a little reward out of it. Does offer some really good views. Kind of cloudy today, so you can't see off in the distance, but up north, I guess they got some snow. I think 4 or 5 inches up there. Temperature dropped a little bit today. It was very nice yesterday. It was in the 60s. Today we've got some clouds and I don't know. It's probably low 40s today, I think. But golly, could have been very bad. If she'd have went the rest of the way off of that and then down over here, that wouldn't have been well. I can show you guys what that would have looked like. And I guarantee you this little split rail fence wouldn't have done anything for you. But anyway, like I said, last night wouldn't have done it justice. I could have showed you guys all of the stuff like we normally do, but it was pitch black up here. We had the sheriff's department up here doing their thing, wanted us to get done and get out of here in a hurry. So we thought today during the daylight would be the best course of action to show you guys. Vehicle is not in park. You're kidding me, right? I know it's not in park. I just took it out of park.
So helpful. So this is a scary spot. I mean, it's just like, yeah, all the hills go up and down and roads go every which way and you just can't see anything. And I mean, it is straight down over here. Maybe you should stop here and I'll poke the camera out. But yeah, right here before this pole. Check that out. And look, you can see 2 more passes of the road down there.
But you can see people come down this right here, and you've got to make this complete pass yourself double back corner, and that's what's gotten our last 2 winch outs in trouble. Is they turn immediately because they know it's super sharp, and then they end up off the side of this with the corner of their car. Instead of swooping, you got to swoop out. You got to swoop out and around, so you're not hanging off the end of this thing.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And you're still gonna go into it.
That's just to keep my front end from over here.
Yeah, you wanna show what's over there?
So that's just to make that happen. My front end barely made this corner over here from that straight down this. So it's a crazy little neighborhood up here for sure, and definitely not wide enough for 2 people to be barreling at each other. Because if you're coming up, you're trying to carry a decent amount of speed coming up if it's slick, and if you're coming down, well, you're not wanting to be on your brakes too awful much. You'll be burning them up, and then you've got a lane and a half to pull that off.
With a ravine on one side and a ditch on the other.
So I can see why you would order some takeout delivery.
But if you do that and they come through for you, tip them well, because you didn't want to do that and they just did that for you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank goodness for exhaust brake. But yeah, like I said, I could not get you guys that daytime footage because coming down through here, you'll watch the video. I think we got some coming up and down last night. You just can't see just exactly what everybody involved was up against. So anyway, thought I'd share that with you guys, and it's going to be a busy Saturday probably, so we got to get back to work.